Okay, we have a classic wet Cape Town day here. So one of the most important things to do when you're going to go outside and play in the wet weather is to make sure that you dress properly, because there's nothing worse than being cold and wet. So I already have my dry pants on, and make sure that when you take a rain jacket that it's something that fits comfortably, and more importantly that you can swing in. So once it's zipped up, just take a few practice swings, make sure that there's no restriction in your motion. Very often people take rain jackets that are too tight, and that really restricts the way you swing. So that's important. 2 towels, okay? One of them to keep your clubs dry, and one that stays inside the bag, and we'll talk a little bit more about this outside. One that stays inside the bag as a backup towel, because you're more than likely going to need that backup towel as well. We'll go outside now and just talk a little bit about preparation in terms of playing shots and other things that you will need, which will really help you. Okay, here we are outside. It's already raining a little bit. Make sure that you have the cover on your bag before you come outside. That way it's easy to unzip, get the clubs out, keep the clubs nice and dry. You'll notice that I've already put on these wonderful wet weather gloves. The nice thing about these is the wetter they get, the more they grip. So I advise you to put 2 gloves on. Most people only play golf with 1 glove. It's a little uncomfortable to play with 2, but it's worth it because it'll stop the club from flying out of your hand, which I so often see. The other trick, you'll see this on the tour a lot, hang the towel underneath your umbrella. That way it keeps the towel dry, and it's easy to have access to when you need to clean your clubs, etc., etc. So mentioning towels, make sure you've got another one inside the bag, because as hard as you try, when it does start coming down, you will have used your towel so much that it's probably a good thing to change towels. You want to dry your hands as well as the clubs and keep the grips clean and dry as well. So very important to have spare towels. Okay, now I'm preparing to hit the shot. You'll notice that I've put the umbrella in the bag. It's a nice place for the umbrella to sit and hold instead of it blowing around all over the place. It also adds protection to the clubs in terms of keeping them dry. The mentality for the day, bearing in mind that when it's wet and cold the ball goes less distance, and because it's wet and cold and I'm a little bit restricted, I don't want to make full hard swings. I'm going to slide around if I do that. So the mentality of the day is to take 1 club extra, swing a little softer, just try and ease the ball around the golf course. You're not out there to try and aggressively hit the golf ball today. You're trying to keep as dry as possible. You're trying to make conservative golf swings and just manage your way around the golf course. So I've got a 7-iron and a 6-iron here. I'm definitely going to hit the 6-iron, take 1 club more and swing softer. And if you have a look at the shot here, you'll see that I'm going to make a 3/4 swing. Right, I've chosen my club. I'm taking a 6-iron instead of a 7-iron. If you have a long, elaborate pre-shot routine, it's never a good thing. It especially isn't a good thing when it's raining. So once you decided what club you're going to take, step up to the ball, make a quick practice swing, get the feeling of a 3/4 shot. Remember, you want to hit this with a 3/4 shot. Eyes on the target. Think about the 3/4 shot. And it really is a nice soft 3/4 swing. That'll control the ball, and that's really how you need to play golf in the rain.